Good morning. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today? I need a sip of coffee. So let me ask you a question. When opportunity knocks, does it always come at the perfect time and at a time when you were really looking for it and at a time when you're ready for it? Or is it usually the opposite? That opportunity knocks at a time when you're least expecting it and when you're really not ready for it and when it's really hard to make the step. I think the second part is true. That opportunity, the really good ones, seem to always come when you least expect it. You got to be looking for them. You got to be open to it. You got to be present to it. But then all of a sudden, you're going to get that opportunity and it's going to be uncomfortable. Life begins at the end of our comfort zone. So I got offered an opportunity just a couple of days ago to be a bigger part of yet another Tony Robbins event. I got contacted by the upper level people in the company, the upper level people in the company directly, and they asked me if I would please participate and work for them in that event. It was not a convenient time. I just got done doing an event. It was one of those things, but it was an opportunity to move up in that organization considerably. It was an opportunity to put myself in proximity. It's an opportunity to attend another event. And, there's an economic response to that. So when these things come, you have to be prepared to take that leap and go beyond your comfort zone. All of this stuff that we're doing, these morning rituals, these morning incantations, the morning questions, reviewing your goals every day, all of it, everything is designed so that when these moments arrive, you're ready to take the step. You want to be the person at the end of your life that looks back and says, I took the chance and I grabbed everything that I could when I had the opportunity. The original Transformers movie, there's a scene where our main character is with, the super hot girl, and the Transformer car comes sliding in front of him, and the door opens, and the car puts on the radio that says, you need to get into the car. And he goes to move, and the girl goes, what, are you crazy? And he goes, what? She goes, do you really think we should get in that car? And he looks at her and he says, don't you want to be able to look back in the end of your life and say that I had the guts to get into the car? When these moments show up, you got to have the guts to step through your threshold and to exercise your personal power, which is your ability to act. It's the opposite of procrastination. And say yes and go beyond your comfort zone. Now, you got to be smart. There are times when it's right to say no. It's got to be, but if it's consistent with your goals, if it's consistent with your outcome, because when you start setting these goals, opportunities are going to show up, but they're not going to show up the way you think they're going to. It never does. It always comes from the left or from the right or from behind you. It comes from a way that you never expected. So you have to anticipate that. If you start writing down these goals and you start saying, I want to do these things. I want to acquire this amount of financial freedom. I want to be involved in these things. I want to help this many people. Whatever it is that you decide to do, when you make those decisions, you're going to expand that reticular activating system in your brain. Your brain's going to start looking for these, so you're going to start doing things differently. When you start doing things differently, doors are going to open. Be ready. And the question isn't, do you have the time? Because the answer is going to be no. The question isn't, is this the right time for this? Because the answer is probably going to be no. The question that you ask is, does this opportunity take me closer to my goals? It may not be the way that I thought I was going to get there, but does it take me closer to my goals? And if the answer is yes, then that's the direction that you go. Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up with your goals. I guarantee it. It's just going to be in a way that you don't expect most of the time. You know, if you've ever played a kid in a video game, you've had the great experience of taking your turn and having it last about 18 seconds and then watching the kid play the video game for 45 minutes, right? Who's had that experience? If you've got a grandkid or a niece or a nephew. Now, why is it that that person is able to do that in the video game? Some of it's skill, but most of it is they've played this game before. They can anticipate. They know what's coming. They know they have to turn around here and shoot the guy, and then turn around here and shoot the guy, and then hit this rock that looks like nothing, and something will pop open, and then they can get some weapon, and then they can get through 29 different things because they've played this game hundreds of times. So we need to anticipate too. And when you start looking around for new opportunities, anticipate that they're going to come, but anticipate it's going to be different than what you think. I told you today that I was going to talk about procrastination, and I'll talk about it tomorrow. But this goes in the same realm, that there are days where you have to just say yes to the opportunity that shows up and figure out how to make it work. And you will. And when you do that, you're going to look back 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, and that short-term uncomfortableness is going to result in a long-term pride and opportunity and accomplishment well beyond what you imagined. So my message for today is try to be the kid in the video game and anticipate when you start to set these goals that the opportunities that are going to come at you are going to surprise you, and be ready for them. Life begins at the end of our comfort zone. That's true for all of us, and that never stops. If you stop pushing your comfort zone, that means you stop growing. And if you stop growing, then you start dying. There's a lot of people doing that right now. A lot of people I'm at that age where I'm watching a lot of my friends stop. You know, when a business dies, it's because the owner stops. Business is innovation and marketing. That's what business is constantly. Constant innovation, constant marketing. Deliver to your customer. But if you don't have any customers, then it doesn't matter. And the way that you do that is innovation and marketing. The same is with ourselves. I'm watching a lot of friends who cash out, right? It's a great time. They're tired, so they're going to cash out. But then what? Play golf for the rest of your life? You can't even go to restaurants right now. You are either growing or you're dying. So as you start growing, if you're watching this stuff and you start doing this stuff, when you start growing, the opportunities are going to come. Be ready for the fact that they're going to surprise you when they come. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say hi. Let's say hi. Dolores, always great to see you. My great Uncle Bill. Yeah, like jumping off a skyscraper hooked on a wire. Yeah, I did that with my daughter. Ashley, thank you very much for your message yesterday. Now you know why I haven't responded. I'm crewing an event. But I will respond to you this morning. And that was super nice of you to send that message, by the way. I hope you guys are doing well, and I miss you. And Val, you're the best. Have a great day, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.